You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for March 3rd through the 14th. EJ is facing a gun, Joy is freaking out, and Brady is crying on someone's shoulder. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not subscribed, please click that button. Let's get started with the action. Monday, March 3rd, we are going to see Jada's guilt eating at her. She feels kind of sick about sleeping with Shawn when Rafe did not betray her at all. Holly tells Doug 3 that she really loves Tate and it's very serious between them. But later this week, Holly is out with Doug 3 in the square and Tate sees them and he gets jealous and there's going to be drama. Tate and Sophia fill in Johnny and Chanel about her mom Amy's stringent standards that an adoptive family has to have and has to meet these requirements. Chanel and Johnny decide to play act, and this includes Chanel putting on a very prim blouse, putting on a gold cross, talking about the non-existent Bible study that she attends. Paulina and EJ are not happy to see each other when the mayor shows up at the mansion, but they are both playing along and trying to be nice for Johnny and Chanel's benefit to see if this adoption can happen since their kids really want it. Amy Choi is impressed to begin with, but things fall apart pretty fast when Gabi and Jada storm into the mansion. Gabi screams at EJ to hand over her brother, and then she pulls a gun on him. Amy is completely stunned, and of course, EJ snaps at Gabi to get the H out of his house, but it looks like they have wrecked things with Amy, and the chance of them being able to adopt is pretty low. Tuesday, March 4th, Phillip and Xander are busy wooing DiMera board head honcho Wei Shen as part of their takeover plot. Joy, meanwhile, is at University Hospital with a late period and a request to check out what's going on. And Stephanie overhears Sarah on the phone ordering a pregnancy test for Joy. And then Stephanie corners Sarah and things are going to get a bit heated between the ladies. Sarah is not going to like being questioned, especially if Stephanie is pressing her about a patient and their diagnosis. Alex sees Joy and things are a bit uncomfortable. You know, he's moved on and she may be pregnant, and I wonder if she's going to tell him or wait. Kat tells Marlena that she has a predicament on her hands, and I'm sure it's about working with Chad on this effort to save the hospital when, of course, she is crushing on him in a really big way. Wednesday, March 5th, Kristen is on the receiving end of some big hate from Ava, who slaps her hard. And Belle is right there laying into Kristen too, because she would love to put her and EJ away for Ava's kidnapping. Belle is feeling really stupid for getting in bed with EJ and him being, you know, who he is. To be fair, she knew who he was when she climbed into his sheets. Phillip and Xander make some questionable hires at Titan, and I wonder if this has to do with their pursuit of Wei Shen and the takeover of the other business that they're planning. Kayla makes a deal with Stephanie. I hope this is nothing to do with Kayla giving her any information about Joy's pregnancy test. Kayla already ran DNA tests that she shouldn't, so she needs to kind of check that ethics, right? Marlena gets upsetting news about John on Wednesday, and she tells Brady, who is, of course, very worried. Thursday, March 6th, we've got Jada trying to trigger Rafe to remember her. So at what point does Jada realize that he's not Arnold? Because Gabi's DNA test should point to him being Arnold, but she realizes that he actually is Rafe. So we'll see. Alex makes a wrong assumption about Stephanie. Does he misread a conversation, overhear something, and misinterprets it and winds up thinking that she's pregnant? That'd be kind of ironic. EJ confides in his corporate henchwoman Rita, and I wonder if she got Arnold settled far away from Salem or tied up in a secret room or otherwise disposed of. We're going to wrap up week 1 on Friday, March 7th. Brady opens up to Ava about what is going on with his dad, John, being missing and how concerned both he and Marlena are about him. And Brady and Ava are also going to talk about their feelings. Brady makes it very clear he really cares about Ava. She cares about him. Otherwise, Kristen would be in jail right now. Meanwhile, Kristen reminds her crazy mama, Rachel Blake, of a promise that she made, and she holds her to it. And Marlena turns to Steve after she vows to find John, and they both want answers and they comfort each other. Holly argues with Tate about Doug 3, perhaps after he sees them together in the town square. Tate calls Doug's character into question on Friday. Carrying over into the week of March 10th through the 14th, we've got Steve and Marlena needing Shane Donovan to step up and come clean on where is John and what is going on, because this has been going on too long. And of course, we all know this was them finally deciding after Drake Hogestyn had been off the set for, I think, 9 months at the time they filmed this, that the producers felt like they had to address his absence, and they did this death story and funeral. So that's all kicking off, and it's very sad. Brady and Ava are ready to take next steps in their relationship, and Xander and Phillip are bro bonding and determined to make their big DiMera takeover plan happen. Joy finds out if she is carrying Alex's baby when she knows good and well he's in love with Stephanie. Kind of bad to be sloppy about your birth control. Maybe it was New Year's and she just forgot, or he forgot. I don't know. It's kind of a grown-up replay of the Tate, Holly, and Sophia thing, you know, and that's really what bothers me more than anything. I really hope Joy isn't pregnant, because otherwise we're just dealing with the same storyline with two different age groups, and I don't like that. I don't like repeat stories. Johnny, Chanel, Sophia, and Tate are all very disappointed at the awful afternoon with Amy. If Sophia cannot convince her mom to let them adopt the baby, she may rebel and give Johnny and Chanel her baby anyway. If you remember, Tate warned Sophia that her mom may not pay for her college if she disobeys her on this. So you never know. You know, Johnny and Chanel have money, so maybe the DiMeras will swap tuition for adoption. That would be a win-win. EJ's trying to tie up loose ends and desperately hopes that Rafe is not going to get those memories back, but things blow up for him in the not-so-distant future despite all of his best efforts. Kristen worries about Rachel and her escalating antics that could have CPS snatch her child away. Jada may ask Marlena to hypnotize Rafe to try and recover his memories, but we'll see. Marlena is more worried about John and less worried about stuff going on at the hospital, even though really she's got to worry about both. Meanwhile, Jada and Shawn are a little bit awkward about what happened when she thought that Rafe betrayed her and they did the deed. And Kat and Chad keep circling each other as both deal with growing feelings.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.